Hello and welcome to another live stream of our Team Lotus F1 Manager series, and we are night race. We're under the lights tonight for Las Vegas. Just 3 races to go now before we finish 2024 and we head into 2025. Not starting in the best of places for this one, Mick Schumacher. Current situation with him is that we are struggling with car parts. So he's on his last, well, I say his last engine. We've actually purchased an additional engine for him, and that's now down to 32%. So he's suffering on power, and that didn't help him in qualifying. He did qualify 14th. Danny Ric was actually only a position ahead, I think, in 13th, but because of some penalties, he will start 11th in this one. So yeah, we might have an outside chance of points. And being Las Vegas, being a street circuit, anything can happen. But if everything is a sort of dull and boring race, then I would suggest we would not score points. But who knows? Let's see what happens. Let's jump into some strategy first of all. This says the medium, hard, soft is the quickest way round here. What about the old faithful? Does this still work around here? No, that's slower. So let's just try hard, medium, finishing on the soft. Can we go a bit aggressive on that hard though? So this is aggressive on the hard and medium on their stint. Okay. Is that now the same? No, it's similar, but okay, that's what I'm going to go with though, because they suggest starting on the mediums, going hard, then soft. So I'm actually going to start on the hard just so we can go a bit longer in case there is a safety car. What do they suggest for Mick? We could flip it around, actually do a split strategy. It does look like using all the compounds is the way to go. But yeah, I think I'll go with that. Put Mick on the softs for the first stint, and he can go for maybe an aggressive undercut. We've turned all this up, haven't we? Yeah. Cool. So with that, I think we're ready then to jump into this Las Vegas Grand Prix. So starting 11th for Ricciardo, 14th for Schumacher. We're both going for a 2-stop, but Danny Ric starting on the hards, then mediums for the middle stint, soft on the final stint. Schumacher is basically the other way round. So softs for the start, medium the middle stint, and hards for the final stint. So with that, let's jump in to this Las Vegas Grand Prix.
Well then. It's not long until the atmosphere is
here we go then.
Here.
Is a street circuit, so as I say, we might have a few offs and incidents, hopefully, and we can benefit from them. Fingers crossed it won't be our drivers as Max Verstappen starts on pole. We start in 11th, as we say, with Ricciardo, 14th for Mick. Looks like Mick might be losing position. Danny Ricciardo trying to gain a couple here. Like a good little start here for Ricciardo. They lose out to Hamilton, but we did gain 1 place there on Stroll. Russell has had a lock-up.
Let's see what happened there. Now this
completely missed that. That's behind Mick, isn't it, here? It's a very early lock-up, and luckily he didn't go into the back of Mick. That is causing almighty, traffic jam there. Crazy Kai, hi, how's it going, buddy? Hope you're well. So let's have a look at tyres, shall we? So Ricciardo on the hard, Hamilton ahead of him on hards, and Alonso. Majority on softs. So I'd say it's split actually between softs and medium, and then a handful on the hards. Mick Gasly's on the hards ahead of him, so with Mick we want to try and get past Gasly. Daniel Ricciardo with Stroll behind him. That's probably going to be a tough ask because Stroll and Aston Martin are quicker than us. We can go attack for a little while with Ricciardo there. Mick's just within distance of Gasly. And we just want to keep Ricciardo, hopefully in the DRS of Hamilton, who's dropped off Correa here. So Ricciardo going to try and have a go. Just want to be at least within a second when DRS opens after the end of this lap. But Ricciardo might be having a go at Hamilton here. Ricciardo on the inside. Oh, Stroll is trying to make it a three-way battle there. And we just filter back in then. Yeah, so Hamilton's dropped off quite significantly. He's not attacking on those tyres. And we want to be on aggressive as well, really. Although, Ricciardo is going to try and make that move again. So we're not really fighting Hamilton, but if we can stay with Hamilton, he can just drag us along. That would be lovely. How are you anyway, Kai? I hope you're doing well, buddy. Right, Schumacher did get past Gasly whilst we were managing Ricciardo there.
Now look, here we head into turn 2.
So this is pretty key because Gasly's on the hard tyres, Mick's on the medium, so you don't want to get stuck behind him there. So that's worked well. Just realised it's Tsunoda down here in the RB and Carrera in the top 10. It's normally the other way around. Right, Mick, we want to filter into our race strategy now.
Copy.
What is Hulkenberg on, actually? Hulkenberg's on the mediums as well, so we probably do want Mick to be getting on with that on Hulkenberg. Ricciardo's staying with Hamilton. Let's say Stroll on quicker tyres and Tsunoda now behind us. Bit of a DRS train, actually, from Hamilton. From Hamilton all the way down to near enough Ocon here. So from 9th to 17th. It's Ricciardo. He's had enough sitting behind Hamilton. He is going to try and make that move.
Alrighty.
And looks... Ooh, I thought Hamilton was spinning then, but he's just trying to switch to the inside. But Ricciardo moves up to 9th. Not expecting that. I think Hamilton, is he conserving his tyres? No, we're on the same tyre life, so maybe just because we're in the DRS train. I'm going to get you that like goal. Thank you, Kai. Much appreciated. Yeah, if you're dropping in, you like the content, please you drop a like. It does help me out. Alright, is Hamilton going to come straight back at us now with DRS? Stroll has lost out to Tsunoda then, who's starting to come through on those softs. Ooh, we don't want to be free wide anywhere on this track. Ricciardo just holding on for now. A bit of a gap, really. 7th, Alonso's dropped back. Then there's a gap to Correa. Then a gap to Ricciardo. So a few gaps opening up in the top 10. Mick is kind of just getting bogged down here. Which isn't helping him. So let's go on to balance fuel now with Ricciardo.
Yep.
Probably will drop him back once we do that. So we want to pit with Ricciardo on lap 21. It's lap 16 with Mick. Trying to go for a bit of an undercut with Mick. And here goes Hamilton. Is Tsunoda going to go as well? This could end in tears here. Hopefully we do not have an incident. Stroll's looking to join the party as well.
Yep.
And I think we've lost about 3 positions there. Yes, we have. We just lost 3 positions on that DRS straight. It says 2, but we actually lost 3 to Hamilton, Tsunoda, and Stroll. And Hulkenberg's looking to have a go as well. So not working well for Ricciardo at the moment. Right goal complete. Thanks, Kai. Much appreciated, buddy. Yeah, it's a bit tricky now what to do with the drivers because I kind of need Mick to get past Hulkenberg and then to get past Ricciardo now at this phase of the Grand Prix. What is... Yeah, Hulkenberg on those mediums. Could use a bit of deployment for Ricciardo. Maybe just try and push him back up to Stroll. So we stay in that DRS. kind of want to break the DRS to Hulkenberg, and that will allow Mick to get past Hulkenberg, and then we can think about swapping the drivers around if we want to. But it might be Lewis's time to lose out on positions. DRS very strong down that straight. Ricciardo was using battery, of course, as well there. But yeah, Hulkenberg's right with him, so is Mick. Is Mick trying to squeeze through? He's trying, just can't quite get it done, though. We're going to have to give Mick some battery as well, I feel, here.
Okay, understood.
Russell is bogged down, isn't he, in 17th? That early lockup hasn't made up any ground, really. Tsunoda's now 7th. Absolute immense speed from Tsunoda. He's on the softs, of course, but so was his teammate. Right, can Mick do something here now? This DRS train is killing him, really.
It's okay.
We might pit even earlier with Mick.
Okay, so let's
Yeah, we might have to pit even earlier with Mick. We'll see how it goes. We're just kind of stuck in this DRS train at the moment, which isn't great at all. Ricciardo's just about got DRS, but he's nearly dropped out of that to Stroll. Oakley, yo, how's it going, buddy? Hope you're well. Hi, with a follow. Thought you already followed. You're following and unfollowing. Hope you're well, Oakley. So yeah, Hamilton should probably get past us here. Looks like Correa's lacking pace and he's dropping back. Maybe that's why we're seeing these guys not pull away from us. And Schumacher has got Hulkenberg.
Let's have a look at the action. It's all in the final corner.
This is key here.
And that puts them in 13th place now.
You need Tsunoda to replace Schumacher next season. Can't say his first name because of guidelines for some reason. Yeah, I don't know why you can't say Mick. Yeah, unfortunately we couldn't get Tsunoda. A lot of the drivers already signed up to contracts, so it's Liam Lawson who is replacing Schumacher in our save for next year. So it'll be Liam Lawson with Daniel Ricciardo next year. Alright, so Mick is now on the back of Hamilton here. Yeah, it's all bunched up again now since Correa's dropped back and Stroll's sort of in there. So from Stroll to... yeah, from 7th to 15th, it's still a DRS train. It's one of those things, though, pitting early might not have the effect we want because we're getting such an increase in pace because of the DRS. Should have been the same in real life. Yeah, poor Danny Ric. He survives. He survives with us at Team Lotus, does Danny Ric. Right, come on, Mick. Can we have a go at Hamilton here? Oh, that was an aggressive move to the outside from Hamilton. That certainly blocks us off there. Gonna try inside is Mick. As Ricciardo is past Correa at the same time. A lot of action going on. Hard to know who we should be watching. Now, it looks like Correa had just lost DRS, so that's nice and easy for Ricciardo. Right, Schumacher couldn't get past Hamilton there. We really don't want to be going backwards in terms of Hulkenberg getting back past us. We have signed new staff. We've got the technical chief from Red Bull and... who else did we get? I think the head of aero from McLaren. They are both out of contract. For some reason, no one wanted to sign them, and McLaren didn't want to retain them. So we have got them in 2025. That's going to make a massive difference to the team next year. And only 3 races until we get to 2025, so I am quite excited about that. Hopefully we start the season with a much better car. This car started last, 21st and 22nd, about 2 seconds off Q2 at that point. So we've made really good improvements. So if we're not starting that far behind in 2025, we should have a much better season in terms of, I'm hoping, regular points. That's my expectations. Right, so Ricciardo remains in this sort of DRS train. Jack, thanks for following on Twitch. Much appreciated, buddy.
Understood.
Yeah, so it's just very DRS train heavy here. Mick's dropped back a bit from Hamilton there. Go on, Ricciardo. What about a go on Stroll there? The Stroll is on the mediums, and we're past Sonoda actually there as well, and they're on the softs. I thought that was still Correa in that battle, sorry,
Now
so that was a move there.
The final corner.
So yeah, Sonoda on the outside of Stroll. We take the inside, and Sonoda kind of got left out of dry there, so
And they move into ninth.
take that one. Ricciardo now having a go at Stroll. He's sort of slipstreaming Alonso. Yeah, I don't know if this is actually our pace with Ricciardo or we're just benefiting from the DRS, but as I say, apart from Alonso, we're on slower tyres than Sonoda and Stroll, so this feels like it's working out quite well at the moment. Oh, nearly clipped the wall there. Well, Ricciardo's past Alonso as well now. As we saw on screen. Let's have a replay. We can have a replay. So, nice little battle going on here with the two Astons and Yuki Tsunoda. Yeah, Danny Ric seems to have a bit of pace about him at the moment, so long may that continue. But I feel they're going to come straight back at us. Look, you can see this is not a significant pace advantage because of this train. So Mick is only, what, less than 2 seconds behind Ricciardo, probably? When was Mick going to pit? He was going to pit lap 11. Hopefully he's going to be one of the earliest in. He will. I wonder if we go earlier just because... But then, as I say, I don't know if we've got good pace because we're in this DRS. And if we pit him, yes, we'll have fresh rubber. But without the DRS open, we might actually be slower. As Ricciardo wants that position back off Fernando. 12-second gap now to the top 6. They are pulling away, and it's very close between them, actually. It's a DRS train from Charles Leclerc all the way down to Piastri in 6th. As Ricciardo gets back past Alonso. Verstappen now leads the way. I think this is going to chop and change a bit with us. So as long as we stay in this train... And Alonso... So it is ourselves and Alonso on those hards. Same tyre life as well. It's Fernando is going to have a go back. Is Yuki going to try and slip in there as well? No, he's not. Just thinking, where would Mick come out? It's to the leader. 16. It's 14 seconds to Bottas. Ricciardo's back past Fernando, so they're just duking out. What's the pit loss? 17 seconds. Yeah, Mick would come out between... actually, he'd come out... Yeah, just behind Bottas, about 3 seconds behind Bottas. Here we go. Same again, probably with Alonso. Moving back past Ricciardo. It's interesting to see how this is going to pan out. I didn't know if points were going to be on the card today. I do expect these RBs and Astons to be quicker than us, but considering we're on the hard tyres with Ricciardo, and as I say, we're keeping up with Stroll and Yuki, who are both on soft. Oh, Yuki on soft, Stroll on medium, slower compound tyres.
This is my pace.
Hopefully, we might be quicker later on in the race. Mick is right with this battle again. But Oh, Correa's got past as well as Stroll there. So Ricciardo's gone... Yeah, we lost 3 position, in fact, not 2 there. Well, Hamilton wants to have a go as well. Is the AI starting to push here? Right, let me just have a look here on Mick. Actually, what? I just want to see what tyres we've actually got. And we've only got 1 compound of hard. I just wanted to see if how early we could get him in. They would still last. I think we try and come in a little bit earlier with Mick and try and get an undercut. Because he's just bogged down in this train. And if he have got any pace, then he can use it in clean air. As I say, it might be that he's got pace because he's in the DRS train slipstream, and this is a very, you know, the track, as we know at Vegas, a lot of straights and significant DRS. I think it's worth the risk with Mick. He's got a worn engine, so if it doesn't work out, as I say, there might have to be the scenario where we have to retire Mick in a couple of these last races. But I think we go for it. I think we pit next lap with Mick on those mediums and see what happens. Ricciardo hopefully will just stay in that DRS train. If we can get Mick in the pits and see if we can go for an aggressive undercut. Magnussen has just pit, so that's quite handy in a way because that'll be another car we don't have to get past. Alright, let's see Mick then come into the pits. And Albon has just got past us actually, so now probably is the time. We've got a yellow flag. Is this going to be any more than a yellow flag? Multiple cars are crashed. It's the 2 Alpines.
Just looking here, possibly Ocon's part of that.
Oh, surprise, surprise, these Alpines. Yeah, that's sloppy from Ocon really there. Well, no love lost between those two. It's just going to be yellow flag, so it's fine for this pit stop to carry on. And Ricciardo remains in that DRS train. So we were expecting him previously to be just behind Bottas, but if we can jump him, that would be lovely. And I think we will. That's worked out even better. And Alpine's being investigated, but no penalties given. Fair enough. Racing incident. Right. So Mick's on his way. Ricciardo, we don't need to pit till lap 21.
Gap is about 1.5 now.
And Mick's got 4 seconds to Colapinto, so we just need to kind of monitor that. Manage Ricciardo, not let him fall out of the DRS, which he's just done. Although he has actually got it there, so we should be fine. Bottas is right on Mick there. Which isn't ideal if he's now going to get DRS. We really do not want Bottas getting past us here. Oh, Bottas, please don't. Such a long straight. That's... Yeah, Bottas is past. That's the problem. That's straight. We should get him back pretty quickly here, but we don't really want to be behind him at any point in this race. Much better tyre life, though, so we're straight back past him, but he could just stay there in the DRS. Oh, I'll tell you what, though. Bottas is confident on his tyres. That's becoming a bit of a nightmare for Mick now. Now he should be past him here. Oh, it's aggressive again. Ricciardo right on Stroll. Right, I think we're just going to have to use some deployment with Mick. Just try and break that DRS. As if not, this is just going to become an issue for him. Alright, and Colapinto is just up the road there, and then we've got 4 seconds to Zhou. And Zhou's probably going to pit though, he's got 35% tyre life, so...
Yeah, looks good. Copy.
Yeah, I think it's just the slipstream in the DRS is so powerful here. Let's see what the last lap was. Oh, it's still his pit lap, so we can't quite see yet. I'm just interested to see if he is actually gaining on this new set of tyres. Bottas has still got DRS. We're just dragging him with us as Ricciardo has got past Correa.
Now we're through the last turn here. The
Hamilton's still behind us,
begging
which
to
is
be
a
taken.
surprise. And we're still in this DRS train with Ricciardo, which is good. Yeah, look, we've literally dragged Bottas all the way to Correa. He was not making Colapinto, sorry. He's not making an impression on Colapinto at all. And we've just literally dragged him 2-3 seconds up the road there because of the power of the slipstream and DRS around here. There's a 1:43.9, so it's half a second slower than Ricciardo. Yes, I don't think this is going to work for Mick, unfortunately. It doesn't help that Bottas has suddenly just come alive. Right, we should get Colapinto here, though, at least. But as I say, we might just be dragging these now with us up to Zhou and then the 2 Alpines. Ricciardo is on Stroll now, and Stroll has just lost DRS to his teammate. So this could be a good opportunity for Danny Ric to move back up into 9th here. It's looking pretty good. Daniel Ricciardo, who we won't see on track anymore in real life. Sad times. Verstappen's pitting. First of the top runners to jump into the pits, Max Verstappen. Ricciardo back to 9th, and hopefully he can stay on to Tsunoda, stay in that DRS there. Mick is... Max gone on hards. Yeah, so Mick is still pulling Bottas with him. Bottas is loving this. He's just had a surge of pace as Valtteri. But in the end, I don't think this is going to work out well for Mick once everyone pits. Zhou is pitted, which is handy. That was the next car up the road. Russell's in the pits. Russell's having an awful race, isn't he? Had that lock up early on, but he's just shown no pace whatsoever. Bottas and Colapinto, yeah, as I say, it's being dragged along nicely. 4.8 to Ocon now. Ricciardo is on Alonso and Tsunoda, so yeah, very much sticking in this DRS train. Tsunoda is going to have to pit, so is Correa. Correa probably in the next lap or 2, and then Tsunoda next 2 to 3 laps. So those RBs are going to have to drop out of this DRS train. As we say that, Ricciardo's lost a bit of time there on Alonso. I'm going to try and gain that again. So powerful, this DRS. We need to stay with it. We haven't got it here, so we're going to be under threat from Correa.
I can feel it start to work.
Perez is pitting as well, so the Red Bulls have gone quite early. And although we didn't have... I'm sure we didn't have DRS. Did we have DRS in the end there?
Alrighty.
But if we haven't, that's yeah, magnificent outcome there in the end. Correa dips into the pit, so he's out of this DRS train. Perez seems to be in the pits for a long time, but obviously not because he's coming out alongside his teammate there. And Ricciardo having a go on Fernando here. Yellow flag. Oh, it is Mick. It is... Has Mick got damage? Oh, he has. Yeah. Front wing. Oh, no. Oh, it's bloody Bottas, isn't it? Whose fault is this? Let's have a look. Well, that's Mick's fault, really, isn't it, to be honest with you?
Contact.
And then I think he just drove into the wall for good measure
While
there.
all that was happening, the crew in the garage could do nothing.
Well, at least we only have a couple of races after this one with Mick. Marley, retire Mick. Do you know what? I think that's a good shout. We'll just see where he ends up after these pit stops. But Albon's jumped him, so his engine is basically gone.
You did a good
Got
job.
32%. So Mick is retiring. As I say, we need to get that engine to the end of the season, unfortunately. He's got to get through another 2 races. He's got a time penalty as well. So,
Lap, please.
yeah, Mick, yet again, Mick, you've let yourself down. And I can't see yourself getting a drive anywhere else, unfortunately, Mick. It's disappointing yet again from Mick Schumacher. But as I say, not long to go until Liam Lawson will be in that car. And hopefully Liam Lawson will be less mistake-prone than Mick Schumacher. So, Charles, Norris and Sainz in the Ferraris are double stacking. As Tsunoda gets past us. Is Tsunoda going to jump into the pit here? Probably could go another lap or 2. Where did Correa come out? Correa's down in 19th, so coming out early isn't great, is it? Although he's on Bottas, he's past Bottas now. Magson's got damage. Magson has just hit the wall.
We've got a yellow flag here.
Russell's jumped Correa there. Oh dear, K-Mag. Oh dear. Just a brush with the wall. Nothing major there. Right, Tsunoda is in. Hulkenberg's in. So we haven't got DRS at the moment. There's now a train of Stroll, Alonso and Hamilton. Stroll's burnt up those mediums, hasn't he? Considering Tsunoda's just pitting off softs. Yeah, Russell jumped Correa, so maybe Russell has got some good pace now in that Mercedes, and he's going for an aggressive undercut. His offset's not going to be great, and he is on the soft, so yeah, we'll see how that pans out.
Okay.
We kind of take this though with Stroll, Hamilton, Alonso. If we can just keep borrowing DRS off each other, it's going to help push us up the road. Tsunoda will definitely undercut us. What are we looking at? Lap 21, so 4 laps away. But we'll probably have to pit if Alonso or Hamilton pit, just to cover them off.
Understood.
So here we go again. Back past Stroll. So this is going to be toing and froing. Stroll, as I say, probably is going to have to come into the pits though. Maybe the end of this lap, if not next. Where is this all going to pan out? What does tyres Tsunoda go on? Medium. So Tsunoda's gone soft medium. Will he finish on another set medium? Stroll jumps into the pits. So yeah, is Tsunoda going to finish this race on mediums or hards? That's going to be interesting. Correa has gone hards. He started softs as well.
Yeah.
Stroll is another set of mediums. So Stroll's gone medium. Alonso's going to get past us here. Where does Stroll come out? Is Correa going to jump him? Oh, it's getting a bit timid in there. No, Stroll does clear Correa. Correa's got bogged down with that stop, hasn't he?
This is my pace.
But yeah, Stroll is 1.4 off Tsunoda with Gasly in between. So Tsunoda's undercut is working well, but again, oh, yellow flag. Virtual safety car, this is the moment. Box, Danny Ric.
Understood.
K-Mag's done it again. He's already had one brush with the wall. What's he done this time? Oh, K-Mag. That literally feels like that was on purpose, K-Mag. Right, that's the end of Magnussen. Virtual safety car. Danny Ric can pit. I would fully expect to see Alonso ourselves and, well, we know we're coming in, but Alonso and Hamilton, I fully expected them to be jumping into the pits as well.
Yep, understood.
Pinto's had a lock up under the virtual. Right, we need a good pit stop time here.
Daniel building.
Alonso has stayed out. Okay. Lewis does follow us in. I was fully expecting Fernando to come in as well. Right, need a good stop now from the pit crew. Don't want Lewis jumping us there. Lewis, is that a slow stop for Lewis? Oh, it's a slow stop for us though.
Okay.
Hamilton hasn't jumped us though.
Alrighty.
Is Tsunoda going to jump us here though? Who's out in front of who? Right, Tsunoda's trying to overtake us here under a virtual, might I add. What is Tsunoda doing here? Yeah, that's what we thought, Tsunoda. Come on. Right, so we only just cleared Yuki, didn't we, there? Alright, let's wait for this virtual to end then.
Okay.
Alright, so we're going to be straight under prep from Tsunoda here. I would expect. Right, now it's ending. Come on. Right, so what is Yuki's tyres now? Down to 92%. So we've got a little bit of tyre life on him. Alonso pits now. That's odd. That is very odd from Aston. Tsunoda's going to be all over us here. Tsunoda's gone. Where's Alonso going to filter out? He's going to lose big time in this, isn't he? He is indeed. Might even be behind Albon. Oh, they're slowing. They allowed him out there. Go on, Albon, get past him. They have. He's behind Russell and Albon, so that's been a nightmare for Alonso. We'll take that. Alonso, and we've got another yellow flag. It's not us. We're watching ourselves. Trying to see. It looks like it might have just been a spin or a lock up there. Can't see damage.
Oh dear, a crash. There's been
No,
a crash.
Correa. It is Correa. Correa's
Now
crashed.
this is where the RB driver's involved. And ends up
Oh, it's
making
okay, man.
contact with the barrier.
Oh, he saved
and they'll
it.
definitely be facing a few questions.
Bit of oil or something going on there. That's what K-Mag done as well. Right, so where are we at with this? We've got Hamilton on softs, Stroll back on mediums.
Okay.
Right, we just need to get back into our strategy now. Gasly stayed out in all of that. And yeah, Alonso's lost out big time. Do need to try and extend these though, don't we? A little bit. Hamilton's going to be much quicker on those softs. We'll be on a nice set of softs at the end. In the meantime, we just kind of need to hang on to this train again. Stroll's saying Stroll gonna have a go. Russell, yeah, Russell has come into play now, hasn't he? Although, as I say, softs are down to 72%, so he is going to have to pit pretty early. Hamilton with the fastest lap, so Hamilton is flying now. He's nearly broken the DRS to us. We probably need Yuki just to hold him back a bit. Bring us back in contention there. Stroll's going to be past us because he's got the DRS. So we're not really got the car to fight Tsunoda and Stroll, the Astons and Mercs, but what I'm just hoping is hanging on to the DRS train, and because we're on hard at the beginning, we might be super quick at the end of this race on the softs. Hello, Purple. Hope you're well. My first time watching one of your streams. Thanks for jumping in. Much appreciated. So, yeah. Hamilton is bolted, though. That's not good for our race. And he's past Tsunoda now. Well, these two have checked out, really. Stroll is past us. We're probably going to try and stay with him. Mick was running. He's got a damaged engine that we need to get to the end of the season because we can't afford 5 million for another. And he decided to crash into Bottas and clip the wall. So he then got front wing damage and a 5-second penalty. So we thought it would be best just to retire him, save the parts for the last 2 races of the season. But yeah, Ricciardo's struggling for a bit of pace at this phase of the Grand Prix. So it might be just that the AI are pushing for a little bit. Or we might have found our place. But let's say we're in a bit of no man's land at the moment. And Russell is the car behind. So Russell is, after being bogged down early on in the race, having a better second phase. We're still 2 seconds to Stroll. I've got to manage these tyres somewhat. Now Albon, the car behind. They're really quick, aren't they, the AI at the moment? What tyres is Albon on? Mediums as well. They are using a lot of tyre life, though. Alonso's softs. See, Russell's down to 61%. So yeah, although we're going backwards a little bit, we've still got good tyre life. We qualified 13th for Ricciardo, 14th with Mick, I believe, but we started 11th with Ricciardo and 14th, 11th for Ricciardo because a couple of cars took penalties. But there's going to be some task to try and achieve any points here. Because yeah, Hamilton, Tsunoda and Stroll have kind of checked out now. Stroll's tyre is pretty good, to be fair. Tsunoda's we've got an advantage on, and Hamilton's on the softs, and Tsunoda's back past him. And these guys are looking to come past us now. Again, they must be pushing those tyres. It's down to 68% for Albon, so he can't be going for a set of softs at the end. So this is now going to be similar to the first phase of the Grand Prix, where we're just going to be swapping positions, I'd imagine, with Alex and Fernando, and maybe George. It looks like Correa's dropped off the pace, so it looks like
Understood.
for this last point at the moment, it's between these groups of car. Albon having a very good race. Do you have any points? Yes, we do. We have 8 points now, I believe. So no points for the whole season until about round 15, I think it was. Yeah, we picked up points out of 3 of the last 4 races. Get to, yeah, I believe it's 8 points. So a good tail end of the season for us. And we should hopefully achieve our objective of 9th.
Here's the replay.
As Ricciardo is back past Albon.
The opportunity's there.
Stroll, let's say, up the road, but I think that is still 2 seconds up the road. So, yeah, this is going to be a little bit of a DRS train again now. Where have we got to get these tyres? Lap 35. Lap 35. I think this is just going to swap and change. So I'm just going to monitor the gaps. Make sure if we do get overtaken, we're not dropping out of DRS. It's not one I need to kind of micromanage at the moment because although we are battling with them, it's more about the last phase of the Grand Prix. As long as we stay in that DRS train, which we are. And actually, Alonso is closing and Albon's sort of dropping off, so I kind of need to get past Albon here. This is a bit of a gap now formed. 1.7, he's dropped off Fernando, so we kind of want to get past Albon and move back up to Fernando if we can. Fernando's got some good pace now, though. He's cleared that train because he's already passed his teammate Stroll. So Ricciardo gets that job done. Can we just use this battery for a little while? We'll get straight onto Stroll and Alonso. And then we'll be quite happy just to stay there for a little while. Alonso's nursing those softs. I think Hamilton is as well, so maybe they're on conserve with those softs. And we're obviously on aggressive, so it might all balance out in the end. It's just going to be interesting to see what compounds they go on at the end. So Yuki's gone soft medium, so theoretically he could put another set of mediums on, or even softs if he can get them that far. Hamilton could potentially go softs mediums at the end. Stroll has got to go either soft or hard. And Fernando, again, has got the choice of soft or medium. So we don't really know what they're going to put on in this last phase. The final stint. We are obviously going to put on some nice softs. Can't quite get into that DRS, can we? Are using a lot of the battery. Dragging George with us now as well. George is having a go at us. We are there now. We used a lot of battery doing that. I think it was worthwhile just to get back up to this. So Hamilton is only 1.6. If it's me from the Brazil stream. I remember, buddy. Hope you're well. Thanks for dropping in. So yeah, Hamilton still fighting with Tsunoda. So it's starting to bunch up again, isn't it? Whereas Tsunoda and Hamilton sort of pulled away by 2 to 3 seconds, they've now dropped back a little bit. So maybe they're conserving on the tyres now. And Albon is back in the party as well. So Albon's enjoying his race. Yeah, it doesn't. I don't really know how this is going to play out, to be honest with you, chat, until we get to lap 35. Have we lost DRS again there? We never went out of it. I know we're out of a second now, but before that we weren't out of a second, so that's not going to be great for us because it's going to open the door for George. And but to be honest with you, I can't use much more battery now. So we kind of have to hope that we can just hold on to George and he can bring us back to Stroll and Alonso. Albon's starting to drop back now, so perhaps we are now going to drop Albon. And it is now near enough a DRS train from Hamilton, well, Tsunoda Hamilton, 7th down to 12th. George is just about out of the DRS, kind of back past George, that's fine. Yeah, we are still in DRS. So as I say, this is going to chop and change a bit. We need to get to lap 35. What's tyre life saying for the rest of these? I expect it's starting to balance out now because I think they are conserving. Yeah, Russell is going to be the first in, that's for sure. Even if he's conserving, but I think we're going to stop similar to most of them here. So I think a lot of these can go on softs at the end if they've got him. How are you live? 400 followers on TikTok. You can, if you stream on PC, you can just apply through Streamlabs. You have under 1,000. Right, Verstappen and Sainz are pitting. Ricciardo's getting past Hamilton. So we'll watch a replay, but although we are battling with these, I'm not kind of watching and micromanaging it because it's all going to be on this last stint. I'll say this just because it's such a heavy DRS train, that's just going to chop and change too much. So we're waiting to see who's going to blink first. I'm pretty sure it's going to be George Russell. Thing is, the undercut is not very powerful here for ourselves because we're getting a speed advantage by being in this DRS train as we move past Stroll. Right, Tsunoda and Hamilton pit. Right, Tsunoda and Hamilton have pit. Is this still the 2024-2025 season? I haven't watched for a while. This is 2024 season. Yeah, it's still first season still. A couple of races to go after this one. And then, yeah, we'll be on to 2025. Right, so Tsunoda's on hards, Hamilton's on mediums. So we will have a compound advantage. Will we have a pace advantage in that compound, though? Fernando nursing those softs really well.
Understood.
Oh. Russell's down to 27%. He doesn't mind, does he? He's going to have to pit at the end of this lap, surely. But yeah, so Hamilton and Tsunoda are going to be on harder compound tyres than us. Ricciardo just about got DRS. Just bringing him ever closer to Alonso. Right, George should, would imagine, be jumping into the pits here. Oh, he's at big risk of a puncture if he stayed out. And he does pit in D. Let's just see what George goes on to. Mediums, was it hards? So George on hards as well. So we are going to have a tyre advantage. This could be interesting if we can get back into a DRS train. We might be able to use those softs to go for some aggressive overtakes. DRS again on Alonso. But if you're jumping into the stream, you like what you see, do drop a like on the video. Really helps me out. And let me know in the chat, where do you think we're going to finish this one with Ricciardo? Where are we going to end up? Could be anywhere from 7th to about 13th at this rate. Right, we're near enough in our pit window. So we might be trying to get past Alonso here. I want to pit next lap. Alright. Let's pit next lap.
Yep, box confirmed.
Stroll and Albon have pitted as well. So we're fighting Alonso, but we're about to jump into the pits, so that doesn't really matter too much. Right, where are we going to come out here then? Alonso jumps into the pits as well, so he had good tyre advantage, but he's covering off everyone else as well, I'd imagine. What tyres did Stroll... Stroll went on hards. Albon's hards. Come on. Come on, pit crew. Boys and girls, at Team Lotus, we need a good stop here. Please. Fingers crossed. Yes, that'll do for us. 2.4. We'll take that. And where are we coming out? It's behind Alonso still. Right. Alonso's on mediums. Wait, 1.6. Haven't got much tyre life here though, have we? Got a bit of fuel to burn. Really want to push up to Fernando as quickly as possible. Alright. Tsunoda's got a great gap now on Hamilton from pitting early, so might have worked well for Tsunoda. As Verstappen leads the race by 3 seconds, well on his way to winning this Drivers' Championship. Come on, we're getting closer to that DRS. We are using a lot of battery. Stroll has got DRS and we didn't, so this could be an overtake for Stroll because it's such a long straight, it's hard to do anything about that. Alright, a normal service resumes then with a DRS train from Russell down to Ricciardo. And we can't really do much with the tyres, so we've just got to hope we've got some pace in this tyre. Come on, Ricciardo. We need to stay in that DRS. Struggling. He's not really keeping with them. Obviously, they can attack on those tyres and we can't. Maybe the softs aren't going to work out for us here. Let's see, though. Now, Russell... Yeah, Russell's on hards as well. We're just barely hanging on to the DRS train at the moment. Just about got it there, but we're actually losing pace with them. And they're all squabbling up there. An accident would be nice. What do we need? 2 of them to crash out, then that would get a point for us nice and easy. Alright, Danny Ric is back into the DRS train. With them squabbling. Alright, we'll go high aggression. We're safe from Albon now. Albon has well and truly dropped out of this. He's 13 seconds off. Just whether we can do anything now, make an impact here. Hamilton having a go on Stroll. It's been a very DRS train heavy race, hasn't it? This has literally been the whole race. It is hard round Vegas to break away from that train on F1 Manager. Always the same last year as well. But yeah, it's just the same status quo here. We can just stay on the tail end. Who knows what might happen? As I say, it only takes a mistake or two. Yeah, these tyres should get to the end on standard. But yeah, Tsunoda well and truly has pulled away up there. So this is now what, 8th to 12th is the battle. But it does look like we're only just about clinging on to them. So yeah, soft tyres doesn't seem to be the tyre really in this final phase. See, they're really attacking on these tyres, but obviously they can with only 12 laps to go. And we haven't got margin really to attack or do anything, so we've just got to kind of sit there and let it happen. Verstappen is leading and winning the race. There is a contrast of tyres there though. Charles chasing him down on a hard tyre. And he's got Perez right behind him. I think we just maintain then what we're doing. Just stay in this DRS. See if we can have a go at some point here. But a bit of a frustrating race, to be honest with you. And not too much action or accidents really. Come on, Danny Ric. We've put him on aggressive. Can he try and get Lewis? He can. Lewis going to come back at us. Not quite. So Daniel Ricciardo picks off one of them here. But we need to stay in DRS. As soon as we lose that DRS... Yeah, we're just dropping out. Just dropping out. Why am I the only one here? You might be on, yeah, TikTok. There's others on Twitch and YouTube though. Right, so, yeah, this is a struggle, to be honest with you. This is a struggle of a race. It's not the most entertaining of races. What have we got? 10 laps to go. Stroll's kind of eating into Tsunoda's lead. Well, I say lead, 7th. The fight for 7th. And these two Astons and Mercs are still fighting, but we've dropped out of DRS, so this is going to open it back up to Hamilton to get past Ricciardo. Ricciardo's going to try and battle it out, and he does. Yeah, it just looks like we... As I say, this car really hasn't got the pace of these guys, so we've just been really hanging on because of the DRS. As you can see, as soon as we drop out of DRS, it is very difficult for us. But it looks like we are probably going to be best of the rest again in 12th place. I'm hanging on to that DRS train. Yeah, they've just got a bit more margin on their tyres. They can do a little bit more with them. I was just expecting us to be absolutely blitzing it on these softs on this final stint, but it just, yeah, hasn't happened. We just haven't really got the pace. We're very close here, though, again. Problem is going to be, even if we got past all of these, it's so hard to break the DRS. We just wouldn't be able to pull away. Right. Can we do anything here on Lance Stroll? Alonso, has he been overtaken because he hasn't got DRS there? Are we going to try something here with Danny Ric? On the outside. I think we might get stuck behind the gearbox of Fernando, though. Can we take Stroll here? Come on, Danny. Stick it in there. Yes, right. So we're making a bit of ground here. So suddenly a bit of pace in the car. Can we get onto Fernando Alonso and pass him as now? Russell, sorry, has got a little bit of a buffer. Say a little bit, 2 tenths in terms of a DRS. All right, Fernando is for the taking, of course, with no DRS at the moment, but we will then be in that position. Can't get it done there. Someone crashed there? Yes, Hamilton locked up. Hamilton has locked up. Oh, Hamilton's wing is done for.
Stable with that bit of...
That'll work. That'll work for us. We heard it in the background. Lewis having a massive lock up.
Big hit on the left.
Did he then just drive into the wall? He must have done. Because his wing is damaged. Alright, so Hamilton may well be out of contention then. So, this has now become a battle for at least 11th. Someone else can have a bit of an instant. We can just ease off what we're trying to do here and take it easy and come home for another point. Is Stroll on the hard? If we could break away from Stroll, might be a chance, but I just think he's going to be able to hang in there in this DRS train. Come on then, Ricciardo. Back on to Fernando Alonso then. Alright, it's 1.7 to George. We've got to try and push and get into that. And George is actually in the DRS Tsunoda now. We are back with Tsunoda. But this is just going to end up being a DRS train, isn't it? All the way to the end, we'd imagine. And harvest a bit of that battery back there. Right, so Hamilton does have to pit, so you'd imagine that's Hamilton out of the reckoning now. So there is still a chance of a point here. Stroll has hung on just about. Can we keep pushing it and drop Stroll?
Yep, understood.
Not really, because these guys are directly in front of us, aren't they? Yeah, it's... Oh, I don't know. Come on. You can break the DRS to Stroll. Oh, he's just about in it. Come on. Come on, let's break it. No, it's not going to happen, is it? It's just so difficult to break that DRS round here. He's a second now, though. Has he got DRS? Don't think Stroll has got DRS, you know. He hasn't. This could be the moment just for this little group of cars to start to pull away. Oh, Danny Ric, aggressive to the inside there. He's going to try it on Yuki. Here's, where's George? George has bolted up the road as well. What we don't want to do is battle and allow those Astons back in, though. Roll 1.5 seconds still, so it's not exactly going up massively. I just need to be smart here. Pull away. Try and secure ourselves a point or two. I'd expect Fernando, though, if he gets past Stroll, he'll probably start dragging Stroll back into this DRS train. 7 laps to go. Well, 8 including this one. Again, Alonso's got DRS on Stroll. He's not quite past his teammate. Near enough is, though. Yeah, Alonso and Stroll battling. It's 2 seconds, though. I would like Stroll to stay ahead of him for a little bit longer, though, because I feel we've got more of a chance to build the gap with Stroll there than we have Alonso. That could go to 2.53. That might be fine, because Alonso might then drop Stroll once he's past him, and then Stroll would be cut adrift. And that would still guarantee us a point, of course. Does mean we've got to stay with these, though. We have just about got DRS there. Nearly dropped out of DRS ourselves there. But we have just maintained it. DRS is so strong. We are basically a second back at the back of that straight. Someone's had an incident. Guan Yu Zhou, perhaps. A virtual would have been lovely there, just so us to save our tyres. It is Guan Yu Zhou. Is this all on his own? Ooh, nearly into the gearbox.
New pants after that.
I think you do need new pants. His white pants are now brown for Zhou. That's a massive lock-up. Alright, so we got past Russell there. Alonso's 2.5 seconds back. Alright, this could be working well. We just need to stay with these. And hope Alonso hasn't got the pace. Catch back up. Or even if Alonso has got the pace to catch up, don't drag Stroll with you. We need... saying that, is Russell about to drop out the DRS as well? It's Tyre Life saying tyres is okay, but we're touch and go to get him to the end.
Okay.
I wondered if we could just push away from Russell, but not quite going to happen there. Though Russell is teetering. It's teetering like we were last lap, but he will get DRS, and as I say, even if you've got it... Has he got DRS? Yes, he has. Say he's a second back, that's what we were, but you can still make up that position all the way from back there. It is now 3 seconds to Stroll, though, so this is working. As Ricciardo is going to try and have a go on Yuki Tsunoda here. And we get it done. I'm not going to try and push it because I just don't think we can break the DRS train. Of course, 7th would be our best finish, but realistically, we're just taking advantage of the DRS train. Alonso 3 point... This is what I'm looking at, really. Finished 9th, and it's 3.5 now back to Alonso.
Yep, understood.
It's just whether this AI start to really attack on the tyres, we're going to struggle because we've got no room for margin on our tyres. Tsunoda's going to come straight back at us. Absolutely fine. As I say, we just want to stay with this pack. No accidents.
Yep, understood.
Is that Zhou? Or was Bottas? Still 3.8 to Alonso, so it's good for now. These tyres are going to start to cross over soon, though. 5 to go. Try and do a bit of top up.
Yep.
Even harvest here, actually.
Okay, yep, understood now.
Try and get some battery for the last couple of laps would be handy. Our battery isn't exactly in the greatest of positions. Ricciardo moves back past Tsunoda. Is George going to follow us through? Stroll is now 4 seconds off this gap, Stroll and Alonso, so it's looking really good for us here. Trying to save a bit of battery here. We are going to be slow, of course. Don't want to slow up too much because that will allow Stroll and Alonso back in. That is fine. We'll take that. Verstappen leading a Red Bull 1-2. Only could be challenged really by Charles Leclerc. Russell's coming back at us here. Fine, there's a annoying thing here is Russell's going to get DRS unless this kick gets out of the way now. Which it does. Can you hold the RB up? That would be nice. The RB gets held up. That would be very nice. Tsunoda's dropped 1.3 seconds back there. That could be problematic for him. Bottas has done us a great little job there. Otherwise, you'd have one push lap to get clear of them where attack. Yeah. What I'm trying to do now, Denny, is just looking perhaps towards the last lap. Especially if we can push ahead of Tsunoda here. Though Tsunoda is gaining back in. We're going to do the same again. Harvest once we're back past George.
Okay, understood.
Trying to save the battery. Hopefully have some battery and fuel for that last lap. So George might well get back past us here, but we are just saving a bit of battery, especially when we get into that first corner. Absolutely fine.
Understood.
Yeah, we're going to try and go for a last lap push. Stroll 2.6. They are getting closer. Which isn't ideal, but there is, what, 4 laps to go, including this one. Hopefully there's enough of a gap just to keep them away from us.
Honestly, I don't think
As I would be super chuffed to come away with some points here. I wasn't expecting it at all. And George, is he having a bit of a push here? We're just about holding on to him. But we do not want to lose that DRS.
Okay, understood.
Wonder if the AI are suddenly pushing here because Stroll's closing that gap. George is pushing away a little bit. I should have DRS though. We should be absolutely fine again in there. Back past George. Do the same again, Harvest.
Okay, understood.
This obviously does bring the Astons a bit into play when we're doing this harvesting, but we're trying to get this for the last lap. With as much battery as we can. Free to go then as we cross the line.
Understood.
Because they haven't overtaken us there, we'll keep it on harvest a little bit longer, but as I say, it will allow Alonso to get onto us very quickly.
Understood.
Oh, that's good work. How many points have we got in total? We have 8 points in total. So we only scored points in Baku. It took us all season. Then Baku, we got a point. Danny Ric got 2 in Singapore. Then he got 1 point in Kota, which takes us to 4. Mexico, we didn't score, but last time out in Brazil, he finished 8th. Get us another 4 points. So 8 in total. So we scored in 3 of the last 4 races. It could be 4 of the last 5 if this continues. Still 2.3 on Stroll. And obviously Alonso with him as well. So that would guarantee at least 9th if we maintain that gap, which we are continuing to do. They may well join the party on the last lap, though, with their pace at the moment. Has Russell just dropped out? He has. And Yuki is going to have good pace there. Attack on tyres. I don't know. They do degrade quickly. We'll go aggressive. Have a bit of aggressive on the tyres. Right, 2 to go. We do need to stay with Yuki here. Right, to be able to push at the end here, we must stay in that DRS. We have stayed in the DRS. Shorter straight, this first one, of course. That's fine, though. We stayed quite close. Ideally, I'd like to be behind Yuki. I'd like to be 8th coming on to this straight, this next DRS here. I'd like to be in the position we are now on the next lap. Then we can get DRS, blitz past, and then just use the battery for the rest of the lap. George is very close for us. We have got DRS, though, on Tsunoda. As I say, you can come from a long way back here, so we will be very close to Tsunoda. George definitely pushing. Alonso's 4 seconds back, so 9th should be guaranteed now. It's whether it's going to be 7th, 8th, or 9th in this one. Here we go. Is this going to be 3 wide? Let's not end it in tears here. Because 3 wide is never good. George is thinking better of it, though. Yuki trying to hang in there. Oh, this is where we need Yuki to just kind of get past us.
Yep, understood.
So if we're ahead on that last straight, we're just going to be struggling. I need him to get past me here. He is. Don't let George pass, though. Can't have George past us. Right, that's fine. Right, this is fine.
Understood.
Oh, just a little bit, just so we're with Yuki. Don't want to overtake him before this DRS, though.
Perez has crossed the line.
Perez has beaten Max, but we're not bothered about that. Oh, we'll put the deployment on the rest of the lap, but hopefully we can get this job done here. Russell has got DRS as well. Danny Ric is right on the gearbox of Yuki. Come on, Daniel. We need to get this move done on the final lap here. George could play his part as well. Ricciardo's past Tsunoda. Is George... Right, we're into 7th now. We're just deploying everything we can.
Nice.
To the line. Come on, Ricciardo. He's going to beat his best place of 8th last time out, because it is going to be 7th place for Daniel Ricciardo in Team Lotus. Our best race of the season. A very heavy DRS race. Probably not the most enjoyable in terms of watches. Wasn't the greatest of actions. But we just hung in there in that train. And yeah, started to conserve that battery. The big key thing there was dropping those Aston Martins. That allowed us a little battle with Russell and Tsunoda, saved the battery, and yeah, got him where we wanted on the last lap. But what a result for us in the end to finish in 7th. Brilliant stuff for Danny Ric. He might be gone from actual F1, but he's very much alive here in this Team Lotus series. Danny, what a race. Nice one, mate. Thanks, Denny. That was a good one. Good end, at least.
And Daniel Ricciardo can be rightly proud of the miracles he worked here today.
He is working miracles. He's on fire at the moment as Daniel Ricciardo for us.
Found themselves in the points.
He's doing big stuff for us. But it was Perez who won the race then. Those Red Bulls were 1 and 2, but Perez jumps his teammate. Max still gets positions on the Ferraris, who are his closest competitors, so it looks like Max is going to have that championship in the bag. But Perez wins and the fastest lap, takes all the points, maximum points. Max second, Charles Leclerc up 4 to 3rd, Carlos Sainz in 4th, Lando finishes 5th, Oscar in 6th, but Daniel Ricciardo up 4 places from 11th on the grid to finish in 7th place. Russell had that really odd start, didn't he? Locked up at the back of the grid, then was nowhere, but an aggressive undercut got him up 8 places into 8th place. Yuki 9th, Lance Stroll 10th. And as we say with Mick, we retired him because of an accident and damage on the car. We're trying to extend the life of that engine through to the end of the season. So Drivers' Championship, I say, Max extends his lead. It's now, what's that, 51 points? So he's basically there, isn't he? Well, there's 2 races to go plus a sprint. So, yeah, I think he'd need to finish in the no, he'd need to finish either 7th or 8th, I believe, in the sprint. And that would win him the championship, or plus fastest lap bonus points. But, yeah, he's basically there at the end of the day. Max is going to win this championship. Carlos in 2nd. Charles eats into that lead, so Charles got a chance of 2nd place, so Charles Leclerc. Lando Norris 4th, Sergio Perez 5th, Oscar Piastri 6th, George Russell 7th, Yuki Tsunoda 8th, Lewis Hamilton 9th, Fernando Alonso 10th, and the rest of those that have scored points so far, Lance Stroll 11th, Daniel Ricciardo out on his own in 12th now, good gap on Alex Albon in 13th, Correa 14th, Ocon 15th, Bottas 16th, and Mick with his sole point in 17th. And constructors, so Red Bull do take a bit of a chunk out of Ferrari, but I think it's too little too late for them. It does look like Ferrari are going to win the Constructors' Championship. Red Bull in 2nd, McLaren 3rd, Mercedes 4th, Aston Martin 5th, RB 6th. Still a chance for RB to claim 5th. They've taken another point, so it's 9 points going into the final 2 races plus the sprint. But it does look like Team Lotus, thanks very much really to Daniel Ricciardo, we are going to finish 7th in the 2024 Constructors' Championship, and the objective was 9th. So all in all, I think it's going to be a pretty good season for us. So we're in 7th, Williams 8th, Alpine 9th, Kick Sauber 10th, and Haas, poor Haas, yet to score and looking unlikely to score. They are on 0 points. Pit stops, did we do anything there today? Daniel Ricciardo picked up a couple of points. Does that move us up anywhere? We gain a point on Kick Sauber. We're unlikely to jump up the rankings there. But it's all about Daniel Ricciardo. It's been a Daniel Ricciardo week, hasn't it? Daniel Ricciardo out of real F1. Unfortunately, as I say, he didn't get that send-off he deserved. Whether it's right or wrong that he leaves the sport, I think it probably is the right time in terms of him stepping away, but should have been at the end of the season. Gave him that send-off and some donuts. Not donuts to eat, you know, donuts on the track. But yeah, Daniel Ricciardo out of real F1, but he's very much alive and kicking and dragging us into the points. And 3 of the last 4 races for him, and we've scored points in 4 out of the last 5 races. If you've jumped in the stream and you've enjoyed it, please do smash a like on the video before I go. It really does help me out. As I say, we stream this every Tuesday and Friday, so if you've jumped in for the first time, you want to check us out again, 7:15 PM BST every Tuesday and Friday, and we do have highlighted episodes of each of these streams on YouTube. So of course, if you're watching on YouTube, head over to the main profile, subscribe there, turn notifications on, you'll get notified of all the new videos, and in my profile you'll see the latest episode there, so do check that out. If you're on TikTok or Twitch or another platform, head to my profile. In the bio, you will see the YouTube link, and you can head over there and see the episodes. But thanks again for everyone who has liked the video, who's sat there and watched, and those that have jumped in the comments. I really do appreciate it. And thanks to Daniel Ricciardo for another stellar drive, and we'll be back on Tuesday.